The modeling industry sells you one thing: beauty. Flawless faces on magazine covers, size 0 bodies on runway stages, a life that looks perfect from every angle. But behind those covers, some of the most beautiful women in the world were quietly falling apart, and nobody stopped it. Today, we're talking about female models who died too soon. This isn't a list, this is a reckoning. Gia Karanji was the first true supermodel in the USA, died in 1986 at age 26. She was battling heroin addiction her entire career, and the industry never stopped it. She died of AIDS complications, forgotten by the same world that made her famous. Chrissy Taylor was a rising model in the USA, died in 1995 at age 17. Nikki Taylor's younger sister, already booking CoverGirl campaigns, found dead at home. An undiagnosed heart condition had been silently killing her the whole time. Margot Hemingway was a supermodel and Vogue cover icon in the USA, died in 1996 at age 42. Ernest Hemingway's granddaughter and the first model to land a $1 million contract. She spent her entire career hiding severe depression and died one day before the anniversary of her grandfather's suicide. Nafisa Joseph was Miss India, 1997, and MTV VJ, died in 2004 at age 26. One of India's most recognizable faces, she called off her engagement and weeks later was gone. No warning, no signs, the country was completely blindsided. Luisel Ramos was a runway model in Uruguay, died in 2006 at age 22. She stepped off the catwalk at Montevideo Fashion Week and her heart stopped backstage. She had been surviving on lettuce and Diet Coke for months, and starvation finally took her. Ana Carolina Reston was a Brazilian fashion model, died in 2006 at age 21. Just 3 months after Luisel, she died of kidney failure weighing only 88 pounds. Eliana Ramos was an aspiring model in Uruguay, died in 2007 at age 18. Luisel's younger sister, also modeling under the same pressures, 6 months after watching her sister die on a runway, she collapsed from a heart attack. Ruslana Korshinova was a top model known as the Russian Rapunzel, died in 2008 at age 20 due to suicide. Vogue covers, Marc Jacobs campaigns, and yet she felt completely invisible inside the industry that put her face everywhere. Doll Kim was Chanel's muse and South Korea's top model, died in 2009 at age 20. She kept a blog where she wrote about loneliness and feeling like a doll, and then one day in November 2009, she was found dead in her Paris apartment. Lucy Gordon was a CoverGirl model and actress in the UK, died in 2009 at age 28. She appeared in Spider-Man 3, she left notes, and on May 20th, 2 days before her birthday, she was gone. Isabelle Caro was a model and anti-anorexia activist in France, died in 2010 at age 28. She posed for a shocking billboard campaign to fight the industry that was killing her, and even that wasn't enough to save her own life. Lina Marulanda was a Colombian model and TV presenter, died in 2010 at age 29. She had the perfect life on camera, but behind closed doors, depression and a failed marriage broke her. She jumped from her apartment balcony, leaving the country in shock. Stella Tennant was a supermodel in the UK, died in 2020 at age 50. Chanel, Burberry, Versace, she had retired, had a family, and still lost her battle with mental health because the industry that worshipped her for decades gave her nothing when she needed it most. Charlby Dean was a model and actress in South Africa, died in 2022 at age 32. She had just won Cannes with Triangle of Sadness, was at the absolute peak of her career, and died suddenly from bacterial sepsis with no warning. Lucy Markovich was a top model in Australia, died in 2025 at age 27. Runner-up on Australia's Next Top Model, walking for Givenchy and Versace, she died from a rare vascular condition, arteriovenous malformation. She never even knew she had. Aoi Fujino was a swimsuit model in Japan, died in January 2026 at age 27. In her final posts, she wrote, remember me. She had rhabdomyosarcoma and knew what was coming, and she wanted people to hold on to her while she still had a voice. Cristina Perez Galchenko was a rising runway model in Spain. Died in February 2026 at age 21. Started at 14, walked for Versace and Louis Vuitton. Found dead at home. Natural causes. For a 21-year-old who seemed to have everything ahead of her. Viveka Babaji was a Mauritian Indian model and actress. Died in 2010 at age 37. Known for her stunning looks and work in India, she struggled silently with depression and one day took her own life, leaving fans heartbroken. Kuljit Randhawa was an Indian model and actress. Died in 2006 at age around 30. Beautiful face of Indian fashion and TV, she was found hanging in her Mumbai apartment. Another life lost too soon to unseen pain. Riva Steenkamp was a South African model. Died in 2013 at age 29. Rising star with a bright future. She was tragically shot and killed by her boyfriend Oscar Pistorius on Valentine's Day. Her life cut short in one of the most shocking cases the world has seen. 20 women, 8 decades, different countries, different causes, one constant. An industry that kept moving while they fell. Gia in 86, Louiselle in 06, Dowell in 09, Charlby in 22, Christina in 26. The names change. The deaths don't stop. If this video made you feel something, that's the point. These were real people, with families, with plans, with whole lives ahead of them. Remember them.